Hey guys, so today we are going to be breaking down the incoming new free-to-play Majin Vegeta. So this is kind of a sudden announcement. I know it kind of got leaked on the App Store again. You know how many leaks we've had in the past year? It's been insane. So anyway, we do have a free-to-play Majin Vegeta coming out, I believe tonight. So I will be doing a showcase on him. And interesting that they decided to do Majin Vegeta. If you guys weren't aware, they also did announce another reveal of stuff as I am assuming the final part of the anniversary coming next week. I thought it was going to be this week. I guess they decided to delay an extra week. I think probably what they did was they ended up delaying it an extra week just because they didn't want it to coincide too closely with the Dokkan anniversary, right? It makes the most sense to me. But yeah, Majin Vegeta. Ultra Super Vegito, probably like 90% chance at this point. I mean, it's a pretty safe bet, right? I've if you guys remember, I was literally talking about an Ultra Super Vegito for this anniversary back in like December. It's just like we got Ultra Gogeta for Legends Festival. What's the next logical step? I mean, 1 + 1 = 2. It's pretty obvious. Anyway, let's go take a look at this guy here. So this is a purple Majin Vegeta. He is a free-to-play character, defense type. Uh-oh. Defense type, huh? Okay. So let's take a look at his stats here. Yeah, offensively, definitely not looking too good. I mean, but that's to be expected. Free-to-play defense type. Defenses are looking pretty good. I definitely thought they might be a little bit higher than this just because I feel like a lot of the free-to-play we've been getting recently actually have pretty good defense, and this guy being a defense type, I don't know. These stats are definitely not anything too crazy. All right, I'll strike and a blast. Saiyan, Vegeta Clan, event exclusive, and Majin Buu Saga. Okay. Normal strike and blast. The blue card is the final impact. Deals major pierce damage, 25% to special move damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. Okay, it's pretty mid. Green card restores own vanishing gauge by 50%, nullifies own attribute downgrades and normal conditions for 15 timer counts, reduces next damage sustained by 20%. I am not a fan of this green. I'm sorry. This is not a good green card. Here's the thing, right? If you guys remember the free-to-play green Android 18 that released months ago, right? Her green card gives her 70% vanish restoration, but it's limited to 3 times only. I guess their thought process was, okay, let's not limit this Majin Vegeta's vanish gauge restoration time, like amount of times you can use it, but let's make it a little bit worse to compensate for that. The big issue with this is that this 50% vanishing gauge restoration is almost never really going to matter that much. Like, the difference between 50% and 70% is actually like a life and death difference. It is so big. A lot of times 70, and this I've actually been talking about this for a long time with respect to blue cards, right? The big difference that I always like to point out is like the difference between like purple hits blue card and Goku and Vegeta's blue card, right? Purple hits blue card gives 60% vanish restoration, but then the Goku and Vegeta's gives 70, and you automatically notice that like enormous difference between those two. So the difference between 60 and 70 is big. 50 and 70, that's a really, really big difference. So I don't know. I feel like at least they could have done was give this key as well. Like, it's again, I hate these stop time green cards that don't give key back. It feels like you're wasting your time using it. Nullifying own attribute downgrades at normal conditions is kind of mediocre effect. Next damage sustained by 20% is pretty good. I mean, it'll depend on what else he's doing, but yeah, I think people are going to look at this and they're like, oh my god, this is good. It's okay. It could have been way better, and it should have been way better. All right, so main ability is Stubborn Pride. Restores own health by 20% and ki by 50. Destroys all of your own cards and randomly draws 4 new ones, and then 40% damage inflicted. Now, that is a permanent buff. And this can be used once 15 timer counts have elapsed. So this being a permanent buff is actually pretty interesting. So yeah, I look at this and I kind of, again, look to another free-to-play unit, the Yellow Trunks, And this is kind of just a worse version of the Yellow Trunks main ability. I mean, I guess it's different, right? It's not exactly the same. Both main abilities are drawing you a full hand. They're both giving you key back. Now, the difference is that Trunks ignores special cover changes with his main ability, which is one of the best abilities you can have in the entire game right now. This Majin Vegeta instead is getting a permanent 40% damage buff, which is definitely good, but I would much rather take the cover change nullification. So it's like, so far, they've taken aspects of different free-to-play characters, except this guy's abilities have just been worse than older free-to-play characters. So hopefully that doesn't continue as we go down the list here. I assume this is just a typical 28%. Oh, it's actually higher. Okay, 33% to Saiyan, event exclusive, or Majin Busaga strike attack and defense. Okay, that's actually not too bad. I'll take that for free-to-play Z ability. Unique ability, so Saiyan's Fury. Applies the following effects itself when battle starts. 80% damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 50%. Okay, so basically with this active in combination with this, you're going to be at 70%, which is pretty good. And then with the main ability popped in combination with the first unique ability, you're going to be at 120% damage inflicted. Okay. Applies the following effects to self per defeated battle member. So this guy kind of wants to be the last man standing, right? He gets an extra 30% damage inflicted and then 50% to key recovery. Okay, so assuming he's the last man standing on your team, your other two allies are dead. He's getting an extra 60% damage and then 100% to key recovery. That's actually really good. I will take that for sure. So 60 damage here, 80 here, 140. Then he's getting another 40. So he's basically, if he's the last man standing and you have your main ability popped, he's at 180% damage inflicted. That's really good. So at that point, he's really going to be hitting hard. Second unique ability is Tenacious Will. Applies the following effects to self after enemy attack is over. 20% damage inflicted, 15 timer counts, and then restores 30% of damage received. Okay. What I would have liked to have seen is this 20% damage buff to apply to the whole team. Typically when we see these, like, you know, when enemy attack is over buffs, a lot of times that does apply to the whole team and not just this one character. So I'm not really sure why they decided to remove that part, but that's fine. Applies the following effects itself once 5 timer counts have elapsed after entering the battlefield. So he draws a green card twice. Okay. Gets 30 key back and then 20% special move damage inflicted. Okay. The key is nice. The one thing about this character is he doesn't have card draw speed. So I don't really know if that's really going to be that useful. It would have been a lot better if he had card draw speed, but I mean, I'll just take it, right? It's just a free 30 key. The forced drawing of the green card is good, but again, I just really wish the green card was better. He seems like he'll be okay. I can't sit here and tell you guys, oh my god, he looks insane. Like, if you're in like the perfect scenario, right? He's the last man standing. You have your main ability pop. Maybe he has some death buffs as well. Like, sure, at that point, he's going to be doing ridiculous damage. But without card draw speed, without cover change nullification, without like anything unique or different about this character, he doesn't really stand out to me at all about, you know, of him being anything special. So we'll see when we use him, but I don't really have too high expectations for this guy, to be honest with you guys. Okay, let's take a look. I believe we have a new equipment as well. Let's see if we go to the archive here. Let's see what we got. I think there's a new one. Here it is. All right, so let's see. So this is, once it loads. Come on. I mean, it's Majin Vegeta powering up versus Fat Boo. Is that what this is? I guess. I don't know. All right, so this is Vegeta Clan and defense type. So we have health restoration, health, strike attack, and special. I actually kind of like this one. I mean, it's definitely not anything too like insane, right? So let me just think. So we have Vegeta Clan and defense type. Off the top of my head, who's a Vegeta Clan defense type? You know, I mean, we have the new. Isn't that new transforming blue Vegeta defense type, I believe, right? So we have him, who just completely fell off the face of the earth once the anniversary started, right? And it just doesn't exist. We have him. I mean, the second anniversary Rage Trunks. If he ever gets a Zenkai, I guess he could use this. He does heal a lot as well, so that could be pretty good on him. I mean, to be honest with you guys, other than that, I can't really think of many Vegeta clan defense types. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be that useful. I mean, clearly it's meant to be used for this new Majin Vegeta, but again, I'm not really sure how good it'll be. Anything else? Awakened equipment? Oh, we do have an awakened equipment. Okay, so this is, what is this? Namekian. Oh, this is for the Zenkai Piccolo. That's what this is for. Okay. So we have strike defense, special move damage, strike attack, and blast attack. This is very similar to this. This goes to 15 only, though. 15, 15, 20, 20. This one is 2010, 2020. Yeah, it's very similar. Namekian, so I mean, you're talking about like what? Piccolo, Demon King Piccolo, Slug, Nail, like all those characters. I mean, at some point, we're going to be getting Superhero Piccolo, who probably will end up using this, right? So, I mean, that's a good use for that, I guess. But other than that, I don't really know what else we have this week. It's pretty much just going to be a dead week. We'll see. I mean, again, we are going to be getting the reveal and stuff next week on Tuesday, and I definitely expect some pretty big stuff coming out. So, yeah, let me know down below what you guys think of this free-to-play Majin Vegeta. Are you guys excited for next week? Again, it's very late because last year the second half, technically the anniversary, was I believe the 22nd of June, which is when the Revival Gohan dropped. That was the end. That was the final part of the anniversary. We're about to get a part of the anniversary on July 13th. That is insane. It's been a month and a half. Like, okay, whatever. I definitely recommend you guys don't summon anything so that we can see what this banner is going to be. But again, I expect it's going to be an Ultra Super Vegito. Let me know down below what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you all in the next one.